knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway. Knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look, Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it jump before the snow, we still gon' break roads. If we win the point fit, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth D's. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Welcome to a late version of the Panda Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly sitting here with my partner Tank Kramer. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Crazy Tuesday.
Yeah, I was telling everyone. Yeah, everyone knows I'm opening this restaurant, and today I was there for like a good 13 hours. So I was trying to get here. So sorry, but I am here. Tank is here. We got everything set up. So thank you guys for being here. Man, especially after this crazy week 9 was stupid. I don't even know what to explain. To say.
Just all across the league, it was insane.
Say CJ Stroud looks like the second coming of Jesus. I don't know. Joshua Dobbs doesn't need practice. He's this year's Baker Mayfield.
Oh my God, yeah.
And Tyson Bagent is done.
Is who we thought he was.
He is who we thought he was.
Exactly.
Let him off the hook.
Oh man, I have that downloaded too. I don't think I ever uploaded it. Yeah. Who you thought they were? Yeah, but yeah, that's exactly what it was. So I know we're gonna get into that a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was weird watching the game. I was the first 3 quarters. I mean, I feel like we played well. We did some good things. The defense is actually doing well. You know, not being stupid. I don't know what else to say. Like the defense looks decent. Like ever since Eberflus took over, we've had a decent defense. They didn't get a sack, but they used to put pressure on the quarterback. So all those things felt really good to me.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, my still biggest issue is, I think JJ. You know, because he said before Sweat signed that deal, because somebody asked him if Sweat gets an extension before you, how are you gonna feel? And he's like, not good. I'm not gonna let you know. He said something along those lines where he's not gonna like it. So, and then like the next day it happened.
Yeah, but I'm at a point where I'm not paying him $22 million.
No, he needs to bring that price tag down a little bit.
I mean, if the Bears offer him $18.5 million and he doesn't take it, I don't blame the Bears. That's just I don't. That's where he is. He's about $18.5 million cornerback.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks is like same thing what happened with Smith. You know, like the Bears offered him this, he went somewhere else, and didn't he get what the Bears offered anyway? But I think it was more guaranteed, right? That's what it was, or something along that.
You know what? Roquan is probably the best middle linebacker in the game right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Jalen Johnson is not that guy.
Yeah.
He's
good. Really good.
Yeah, he's the second tier. He's a second tier. It's fine.
Yeah. I would say top of the second tier.
Yeah, he doesn't have the numbers. That's just what it is, you know? And I like him. I want to be there because you can't find 24-year-old corners just to grow on trees.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm also don't give him just money just because.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, they did the same thing with Sweat. You know, they signed this big extension. A lot of people in a lot of these like groups I'm in were upset about it. You know, it's like, oh, you're gonna sign him before you even play a game. I was like, yeah, but you know who he is.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what you're gonna get from him, which is what you need, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm already in here saying y'all stay up too late last night or what? Freaking nerds. We are nerds. And we did stay up way too late.
Way too late.
Way too late. And I had to work. I said work 13-hour day, so it is what it is.
Yeah,
this is what we do, guys. And what's up, Rasta?
Going on?
Oh man, I'm actually waiting. So I ordered some jerseys. I got my Jalen Hurts jersey, number 1. I got my nice Randy Moss, and I'm waiting for my other one. I won't wait till it comes in before I talk about it, but it's a good one. I enjoy this one. It's a powder blue. It's pretty cool, and I'm waiting for it to come in. Hopefully it'll be in tomorrow. So
nice.
After all this said, I mean, we played okay.
Yeah.
I asked you, who played the best out of all the people, all the players?
All of them. That's a good question. You know what? Because I really wasn't watching it like how I usually watch it. Because usually I sit down and I watch it, and I kind of like try to watch everything. I was kind of doing stuff as I was watching it, so it was kind of like look, huh? Like, huh? You know, so it was like constant over the shoulder. But I gotta say, Mooney did really well. Mooney did really well. Komet, obviously, you know, got those touchdowns.
That was a terrible throw. That first throw, first touchdown was an awful throw across your body, across the field, and just, you know, you got bailed out.
100%. 100%. Like, that was Komet saving your ass. But you know, you can only do that so many times, you know, before, you know, that starts catching up to you. Yeah, no, I think you know, Mooney, I gotta who is it? The old line was pretty solid, I thought. At least from most of what I saw. You know.
Well, what if I told you one of our own linemen was the highest graded PFF grade in all week 9?
In all of week 9?
Yes.
From everybody?
Everybody. All linemen, everyone. He was the number 1 highest graded player in the entire week. The highest graded player, period.
Is it Jenkins?
It is.
Yeah.
Tevin Jenkins was graded as a 91.1 at right guard.
Wow. He has been crushing. He came back and holy crap, man. He is, you know, and it's such like people don't notice it, but that's the shit when like this week when Justin comes back and we're gonna see what's going on, you know, like, you know, now you got him, you got you know, Wright. Man, it's gonna be interesting.
Jones is gonna be back again.
Yeah,
I mean, he's there. He didn't score well, but you know, he only had a partial game. So,
yeah,
this is a good question. We got Chris in here right now. Said Goff or Stroud this week. Now, so we saw, as I told you, CJ Stroud had one of those games that were just what the hell. You were off the chain. He threw for 475 yards, 5 touchdowns. The guy was on fire. Do you bench him for Jared Goff? And Jared Goff plays the Chargers this week.
That's what I was looking up.
And it's away.
And it's
to me, this is a no-brainer. You go CJ Stroud, Goff, you only play him at home games. And it's getting to a point with CJ that you don't take him out. You just play him. And you go through the ups and downs with a rookie because he's special. I think that's what everyone says. He's special. He's a special talent. You go CJ.
Yeah.
And
I'm looking at everything now. Yeah.
The Chargers had what 6 sacks, 7 sacks this week?
Yeah, they were solid.
So I'm going CJ.
How many points did Chargers put
defense?
In? Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what they got. It says 8 sacks in week 9.
It might have been 8. It might have been 8, yeah.
3 forced fumbles. Yeah. So yeah, man. 8 fucking sacks. Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. It's the same number Justin Fields had against Myles Garrett.
Oh my. Well, but yeah, you go Stroud. Right now he's something special right now. You know, as long as he has Collins, Tank is back.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. I don't take it back, but yeah. So he's got weapons and he's out there. I think he's just having fun, and they built the system around him, and they're not shoehorning him into somebody else's system. They're like, we know who you are, and we're gonna build around you and make you the best version of you, which is what
the ball out of his hand. He reads. He has a tight end was good. He was just spreading around everybody. It was just a smart game plan. He wasn't having to hold on to the ball too much. They weren't giving him 7 steps of drops. Everything was 3 to 5, 3 and a little hook. Everything was like and getting the ball out, and he was doing really, really well. So CJ is the man right now.
Yeah, there was
because of CJ, I beat the number 1 guy in our dynasty league. Thank you, CJ.
Oh yeah, in my build up box, I have the same as you. I have Shroud and Tank, and oh man, I told you I'm like I hope you started them, and you're like yeah, because that was like combined like 80 points or 80 points, something like that. I was like holy
just with 2 of them,
I annihilated Mark. So sorry, Mark. But on my other league, no one did anything. Like Bryce Hall forgot how to play running back. CMC wasn't playing, so I was out. It was like, oh, that was a pain. That was a painful.
It wasn't Brees's fault. It was all because if your quarterback is not good, it's just what it is. Zach Wilson turned back into a pumpkin, and Brees Hall, was Brees Hall.
Yeah, but real quick, so like going back with the Shroud thing. So like in our Bears group, somebody said like, why is Shroud being great and Justin can't figure it out? And somebody, and he goes, is it the coaching? He goes, and then somebody put it like, oh, well, they're the same kind of coaches. I'm like, no, they're not. What are you talking about? I was like, they're, like, dude came from the 49ers. I can't think of his name. Was it DeMarco?
DeMarco.
Ryans. DeMarco
Ryans. So he's a defensive guy, but the offensive coordinator right now is up for most head coaching jobs.
Yeah.
So Texas offensive coordinator is doing
but also,
unbelievable things.
Yeah, Ryans is from the Niners, so he's Kyle Shanahan guy. Like he was behind him for a few years. I get it. But being behind a coach that knows how to coach well, even if you're like he's an offensive kind of coach and you're a defensive coordinator, you're still behind him and he's still coaching. And he's your boss. That's different. Who Eberflus had. I can't remember his name. Starts with an F in Indianapolis.
Frank Wright? No, Frank Wright was the coach, yeah.
Was there?
Yeah.
No.
Frank Wright was the one who got fired.
It might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was this. Yeah, Frank Wright. Yeah, it was fired. So it was like that's where Eberflus was under. It was like it's a big difference.
I don't know. Slavich I think his name is Slavich. Slavich, something like that. He is doing a great job. They're talking about him and the offensive coordinator for Detroit being the 2 top offensive candidates for head coaching jobs. This is his first year calling plays. So that's just crazy.
Yeah. So coaching makes a difference.
Marty says Tank and his stats. I love how myself and Brian just shoot from the hip by looking at who they play. Tank is like an accountant.
Yeah. Like I need to look at stats. I need to know like how they've been playing, like who they're playing against. I look at matchups. Like I don't know if I overanalyze because usually if I pick somebody, I don't flip flop too much. I'm like, this is the guy I like. It's not like there's always a guy in every league that like flip flops like every 2 minutes. Like nope. But I'm not like that. But yeah, I like.
I look at the stat. I look at the matchup and I know who's playing well, and I say, yeah, this is where we're going.
Yeah.
So here's a good question right here: are you going Lawrence or Sam Howell? For your information, I won't tell you who each one they're playing. So
yeah.
Trevor T-Law is playing, I want to say it's the 49ers.
Howell is playing Seahawks.
And Seahawks are a good defense, but I think the 49ers with Young coming being added to that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's going to be nasty. Their defense is going to be awesome. So Martin says Sam Howell.
That's what I'm going with too. That's who I think I'm going with too. But Lawrence has I think a higher ceiling, but he just been having issues this year. Like he hasn't been kind of playing to what he should be.
He has a knee issue, so I mean that's part of the problem. I'm leaning towards Howell also, which is crazy because it's just Sam Howell has been doing amazing offensively, and he has 3 number 1 receivers. That's what the truth is.
Yeah.
No matter how bad that team is and how many parts they sell off, he's doing well.
Mm-hmm. And Logan Thomas has been kind of stepping it up too a little bit. So that's not too bad. If you can get him involved, plus your amazing receivers, like right now, like it's my time because we have a league amongst us called Build a Blocks, where every week you pick one player. And Martin says it's the easiest and also the hardest like league you ever manage, and Dotson's out there. I think I'm probably gonna pick up Dotson because I'm looking at because even with Scary Terry out there, Dotson still was getting really good numbers.
I was really good numbers. To go because I go after you. So
yeah.
Wait, I was like,
actually, I'm in here right now looking at it. I'm just gonna add him. There we go. Because I'm looking at it right here. There you go. It's your turn now.
All right. Finally.
Drafting and doing a show. But yeah,
this is what we do.
Sam Howell is I think the way to go. Dude put up against Philly almost 42 points. Yeah. Like what? The granted he's guaranteed to throw a pick. In the last 5 games, he threw 4 picks. That's one a game. But if he can throw 2 touchdowns, it's not too bad.
I mean, he's pushing his limits. I'm all for him trying these things out.
Mm-hmm. I say go with the hot hand right now. But T-Law is good. He's my backup quarterback in my other league. But for whatever reason, I had him starting for a while, and he just wasn't being who he was, especially like how he was last year. Last year he was like putting up, 27 points, minimum usually, up in the 30s, sometimes 40s last year. But this year he's just kind of whatever, that sucks.
All right. I just added Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Nice.
JSN. So, yeah. All right. Here's Chris's a good question, too. I saw this one. Start 2 at flex PPR. Evan Ingram, Garrett Wilson, or Jahan Dotson. So we just talked up Jahan Dotson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Wilson has a quarterback who can't throw him the ball.
Yeah.
And Evan Ingram has T-Law, right? Because he's kind of hurt right now. So which 2 do you go with?
I think is it. I'm assuming this is standard because if it's PPR, I would probably go. Is it PPR?
Yes, it's PPR.
If it's PPR, I might. Well, I might. Ingram got 7, 5, and 10 the last 3 games. Which are not bad. But then Wilson got 8, 7, 7. So they're almost the same. But I'm probably gonna go Ingram. He's gonna give you at least like 7 to 8 points. Wilson could give you more.
Jacksonville's playing again. Do you remember?
Who did they play? Oh yeah, shit, San Francisco. Never mind. Never mind. Versus and then Jets against Vegas. Yeah, no, never mind. Go Wilson.
You go
Wilson.
You go Garrett Wilson and Jahan Dotson because who they're playing, the matchups, and you just don't want San Francisco right now this week. I feel like you have to go with these guys. And Garrett Wilson and Evan Ingram are almost the same point wise. And Garrett Wilson is going to go. They're probably going to look to try to push him the ball this week. So I will go those 2.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, once I saw that Vegas or San Francisco, you're going to kind of pick whoever's going against Vegas right now.
See, Fredo says not Garrett, anyone but Garrett Wilson.
I would say go, because you're gonna, like you said, you're gonna get about the same points. But Wilson always, a wide receiver is always going to have a higher, unless you're Kelsey, which, that doesn't count. But a wide receiver is usually going to have a higher point ceiling than a tight end, usually. So, and yeah, against something like that. I mean, Zach Wilson kind of sucks, but if there's,
yeah, I mean, but you still, he
can figure it out.
He can figure it out every so often. And just every Ingram gets the 49ers, it's just not a good matchup. So you just go with Garrett Wilson anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome, Chris. Appreciate it, man.
I think you best believe they're going to go hard. San Francisco's going to go super hard after T-Law. They're like, we don't want you to get enough time. Yeah, they're just going to we're going to make you run out of the pocket. We're going to make you just scramble a lot. And we're going to try to sack you. They're going to go after them so hard. That's going to suck.
All right. What do you guys think of Dobbs?
I mean,
for anyone who doesn't understand, Josh Dobbs, who was a starting quarterback for Arizona, was traded away to Minnesota. He was there for 3 days.
Yeah.
He was the backup. Then Jaron got hurt, the quarterback for Minnesota, and he had to be thrown into the game. And not only did he win, he brought them back, and he looked amazing. I don't even know how Joshua Dobbs did that. I know he's a genius, but come on, even geniuses have limits.
That was a crazy. He came in, right? So he played 85% of the snaps, I think they're saying. So, he was 20 for 30, 152 yards, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
He didn't even know the guys' names of the people he was throwing the ball to.
He was just playing football. That's all he was out there just playing. That was crazy. They
said he had a 2-hour cram session for the playbook, and then he went and took the test, and then he aced it. That's crazy.
Is that for real?
Yeah. He had 2-hour test, 2 hours cram, and he crammed it all in the night before, and then he just went out there and played.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And that's against Atlanta. Atlanta's defense is
decent.
Yeah, they're not a pushover. So, if it was against say Chicago right now is kind of not doing well. Trying to think of who else is the worst defense in Chicago.
I think
Washington now. Yeah, I think it's getting better for sure. But
if we had a good 3 technique, I think we'll be a pretty good defense. The defense held us in the game. It wasn't like the defense is the reason we were out of the game. They're the only reason we are still in the game. And, our offense has been bad. And that's why I put Justin Fields there, because I feel like he's going to come and save the day. Justin Fields will be there for us. And is it irony that Justin Fields is going to help us beat the team that we have their number 1 pick to maybe give them a better chance of getting the number 1 overall pick, so he can be replaced by that guy. So he's going to win a game that's going to help him get replaced as the quarterback.
Don't say that.
That's the worst thing in the world.
I know. Yeah. I really don't want Williams. I do not want Williams.
I don't want Drake May either. I just want you to I want to get a left tackle and Marvin Harrison Jr. Give me those 2 guys. I feel like we'll be amazing.
I was listening to ESPN radio, and they were talking about all the drafts and stuff like that. A few different scouts and stuff like that. We're talking about Marvin Harrison Jr. and they're like, he is something special. They're like, he is an instant game changer. He is just instantly just is amazing. Will make your team amazing. And everything they were saying, all the stats they were saying, all the stuff he does is just this dude is something very special. Which I'm like,
he's Randy Moss. He's Randy Moss right now, guys, with a better attitude and unbelievable pedigree, because his dad is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he's bigger than his dad and faster.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I mean, oh, man, I would love to see him come to Chicago. But the only problem is we gotta get rid of these coaches. Get rid of them. Why Vegas is paying $100 million a year for 2 coaches not to coach. We can't even get rid of one. What the hell, man? Well,
did you hear about Belichick?
No, not Belichick.
So Belichick is there. The odds are that he's going to be fired at the end of the season. Everyone's saying everyone knows it. It's the worst kept secret that he's going to be fired at the end of the season. And you know where he wants to coach? He has two places where he wants to coach.
I don't say Chicago.
Chicago is one of them.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Feels like they have a good defense. They feels like he can win with that quarterback. He can come in and immediately come in and do it.
He's not a big, he's not a big on quarterbacks like Justin. But it's Belichick though, you know.
I think he is. He wants athletic quarterbacks.
Right? I mean, he got so used to the tree stump of freaking Tom Brady, you know, where
but that's not what he like to coach. He just coaches whatever he has. That's why wherever quarterback goes in there, he just coaches that.
Yeah, like Jimmy G's a starting quarterback now because the time he replaced Tom Brady, it's like and how great he looked for that few games. So,
what do you think the other team? Who do you think the other team is? Unfortunately, it's a better fit. But who do you think it is? It's in the NFC.
Okay. Man. See, I would assume
we were just talking about the team too.
Oh, were we? I'm trying to think of because I think he's the kind of guy that likes. I can see him fitting in Chicago, where he'll be recognized, but I don't think he'll be hounded. If he goes to places, you're like, hey, what's up? But they won't like in LA, they'll go crazy for him. I think.
Think about another place that's like that.
I know.
You would never be the most popular guy there.
I want to say Minnesota, but I don't know.
Nope. No, he'll be the most popular guy in Minnesota easily.
Yeah, easily. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
The Washington Commanders is number one in the clubhouse.
Man, and I was thinking them. They got new ownership.
Him with Bieniemy. He does defense. Bieniemy does the offense. He learns under. So Bieniemy will be under.
Damn.
Two of the greatest coaches of all time. He would have been under.
That would be.
Belichick wins 14 games. Becomes an all-time winning coach in the NFL history.
Mm-hmm.
Bieniemy takes over, and as he continues to winning because he knows how to do it now.
Yeah. That would be really interesting. I think, like you said, that is a better fit. That is but you imagine if Tom Brady left the Patriots and made Tampa a Super Bowl champion. What if Belichick does that? What if he's like, okay, I need to prove it wasn't all just Brady. He goes to another team, and within 3-4 years, he brings oh my God, I don't even know what I'm saying. He's gonna bring the Commanders to winning a Super Bowl. That would be but I think Sam Howell's good enough.
After trading the two defensive ends, come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I think he would find a way to do it. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. I just don't know what was going on with him. He had Cam Newton, and I don't think he didn't know what to do with him. Now you got mac and cheese over there.
Cam Newton was done.
Yeah, he was past his prime. He was too beat up at that point. They kind of stuck in his ways too a little bit.
I think he was done. It was no longer going to be something he could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derby said, don't worry, help is on the way, my dear. Help is on the way. That's what I say. Just feels like I'm on my way.
With the Mrs. Doubtfire
on. Jonathan said, that Bears offense was scaring me those first couple of drives. They were also scaring me because they're throwing bad passes that I thought were going to be intercepted. And then guess what happened in the second half? Those passes were intercepted.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, he's a great backup. He's a great backup. When you need him to come in, but this is the thing, is with backups, that first game he looked amazing. Second game, whatever. By the third game, they got film on you, man. They know you,
They know you don't have a strong enough arm to do anything with you. So it's actually, I want to talk about this. So
I got this.
Victor, just feels what they have. I love that he slid on them.
The rain game. So
here is the thing about Bajan. When you use in zone, you can pick and pop all over the field. You can throw people open. They go to a spot, throwing the ball, they catch the ball. Okay. When you go man, all the windows shrink. And you have to have enough arm strength and ball placement to throw guys open. Justin had the same problem 2 years ago, last year. He didn't know what open was, but he has a strong enough arm to get the ball to him. Bajan doesn't have a strong enough arm to get the ball to them. So that's why he kept getting the ball intercepted, because he kept throwing it behind the receiver, and he throws it like a little, a fluff, like a feather coming into everyone else's hand. That's the issue.
Yeah. And that's really something. I don't know if you can train that. I'm sure you can make them stronger, and stuff like that, but that's more of a natural kind of talent, is being able to throw it in, tight spiral, coming in, super hot. So
Brady Quinn is one of the buffest quarterbacks I've ever seen, and he couldn't throw the ball through a paper bag.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, look at like Brett Favre, for example. Do that, he wasn't anything special, but for whatever reason, man, he'll throw the ball through you.
He's like, wiry.
He was wiry. That's a good one. But yeah.
So, Jonathan says Bieniemy is proving that he could do it without Mahomes. Howell is second in passing yards. And that's why we picked him. And then Martin says EB is going to turn the Commanders around next season. Hopefully. I think them losing their two defensive ends is going to set them back a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's going to might take one more year.
And I think Mark was Mark was like, hyping up the new guys, which I'm okay with that, but you got to give them a couple of years to see if they are these guys that you think they are.
It's once again, it's like when you don't have tape on them, you don't know what they're not good at doing.
Yep.
So I feel like that's part of it too.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll see a better picture by the end of the season. But, yeah.
Smith Williams looks pretty good, so I say that. Mm-hmm. Barton, I'm mad at you. You told me to pick Godwin over Rashad White, Addison, Pittman, and Aaron Jones, and I lost even with Stroud. Wow.
How did Godwin do? I didn't even see. 2 points.
And Addison, how did Addison do?
I think he did okay. I think he got 10 points in a non-PPR league. 7 points. Take that back. 7 points according to Sleeper, standard league. So, what do you do? 5 receptions, 52 yards. That's it. So he didn't do much.
What about Pittman?
10 points.
I know Aaron Jones had a decent game.
He was 8 for 8. Damn. Pittman was 8 for 8, 64 yards. That's about it. Touchdown. No touchdown. Yeah, and then Aaron Jones.
Hey,
Aaron Jones had a good game. Because of that touchdown. He had that touchdown.
Mark said, "Get out of here. I'm not always 100% right. Godwin has been consistently good." And Jonathan says, "I'm just messing with you. I played Taysom, and he got me 20 for me. So thank you."
Yeah, like I said, this is Martin.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's his slogan.
Unless he's betting against me. They actually won this week, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly. All about Tyson.
Yeah. No, it was about it was the Raiders game, Giants game. Because what's called Daniel Jones, I think, did he tear his ACL? I think he tore his ACL.
Did he?
I haven't heard anything about it yet.
That sucks. Let's see what. Oh, yep. Giants confirmed torn ACL for Daniel Jones.
That's why
that is a day ago via Roto Baller.
Yeah. That's exactly what I think. We got Derpy
I'm
here.
still so pissed off, man. Brian Daboll.
We should have had him, and he would have been perfect for Justin Fields.
Perfect in Chicago. He just seems like a Chicago kind of guy. You know, I mean, like
You'll
he's
love
kind
the
of a New York
pizza and the steak. You'll love it.
Ah, man. Yeah, after a Bears game, just go down Roosevelt and go to freaking Rosebud, get a steak, and get all the food right there. I mean,
Tell him go to Chicago Cut. You get your Italian beef. You get all type of stuff. You could get some dip. Dable, you should have been here.
We should have been here. Ah, that's so annoying.
Derby says the real question is the will the Bears winning or losing affect Taylor Swift's legacy at Kansas City? No one could affect Taylor Swift. No one.
Yeah, you got it the other way around. It's like, will Taylor Swift mess up Kelsey?
Kelsey, yeah.
That's what I'm more worried about.
I know you and Anthony love giving him hell. Yeah, that's Jonathan. Said, I lost by 1.3 and I had Brees yesterday, but the Jets couldn't do anything. Ooh.
Yeah. I had Brees too, and I was gonna lose no matter what, but I was like, maybe he could put 40 points up. Yeah, he did not, man. He did not. I think he put up like 10.
That's not terrible though. I can't tell what offense is more pitiful, Giants or Jets. The answer is yes.
Yeah. The answer is New York.
Giants, help us, God. Yeah, Derpy. Also, great news for Spoilers Podcast Thursday, confirming we will finally get look at Netflix Avatar adaptation. So prepare yourself for footage that will be shown more than likely. Definitely doing it.
I'm gonna keep my eye out for that.
So at least you weren't up 16 and lost to stupid Joey Bosa. Ooh, man. Is that what happened? Let me check that out. Hold on.
Joey Bosa, damn. Oh man, they're talking about do I have it? Let me see. So like I'm in a bunch of leagues. I'm in like IDP, not leagues, but groups. I'm in an IDP group, this following a bunch of stuff. And I remember, was it last week? Like, no, Sunday we were talking about like Martin losing to like some crazy defensive player who had like all these like yards and shit like that. And then I saw this one stat. Who's this for? Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore put up 98 points. What week? What week is this? Week 9. Week 9. So he got 5 solo tackles, 5 tackles, 2 pass defended, 115 interception return yards, 2 interceptions, IDP touchdown, a 50-yard interception return TD bonus. All of that equals 98 points. What? That's why I took a picture. I forgot to send it to you guys, but I was just like, that's crazy.
No, there's no way.
And that's like, and it's like a half a point per interception yard, and he had 115. So it's like shit, That is wild.
Yeah,
to do
exactly what Derby
one
said.
defensive player.
Who the heck is Kenny Moore?
He made a name for himself this past week.
Said Mars said, yeah, those points are stupid. That's way too high. They need to fix the IDP scoring.
I'll send it to you guys because I saw him like that's crazy. I mean the points are I don't know too much, but nothing seems too crazy. Like the IDP touchdown was like 6, the 50-yard interception return TD bonus is 5. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, like 90. Can you imagine you're up by like 60 points? You're like game over, and then this dude pops out. You're like, I'll be so pissed.
Yeah, no. Can you imagine having CJ Stroud and then he comes in and does something like that after
5
you score
touchdowns.
53 points? Oh my god, I will be furious.
Yeah. What's your record in the league?
I believe I'm 4-5 right now.
That's not bad, man.
With a brand new everything.
You know, you're taking over somebody else's team, so you kind of have whatever they left.
I have no quarterback. I just happened to grab CJ Stroud. I have literally no quarterback because, as I was talking, I want to get to this point. Did you hear what the Rams just picked up?
I did not.
Rams signing veteran quarterback Carson Wentz. What? Carson Wentz is back in the NFL, guys. Carson Wentz is back.
Why? I mean, was that like the best they can? Really?
Yeah. Because we were talking about week 10 waiver wire ads. Do you add Wentz? Do you add Joshua Dobbs? Or do you listen to the Titans, who now have named Levis starting quarterback going forward?
Yeah, that one would be my top one. I think Levis will be my top one.
You know what's great about that? Me dropping Tannehill.
He's done.
Oh yeah,
he's done.
I
mean, he's gonna go be he's gonna go right. He's gonna be a backup somewhere. But yeah, that Levis is probably my main one if you don't have him already. But Dobbs, Dobbs is 22% rostered on Sleeper. Like, I'm surprised people just didn't well, we'll see tomorrow how high that jumps, because after the waiver wires go through, that might go up to at least 50, maybe 60%.
I can see it. Grabbing him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kenny Moore is one of the best DBs in the league. He got hurt last year. I was surprised he was available in our league. I can't get him. I'm set at DB. I also have a lot of DBs too.
Go get him and trade him to somebody who needs him.
I have 3 DBs on my team right now, and all of them pretty good. So I have Poyer. Let's see, yeah, I have Jordan Poyer. I have Brian Branch and Jalen Ramsey.
Okay, pretty solid.
Derby says, "Why did he play for the Cardinals or Falcons?" I saw Ripien play one game and we're done.
I mean, we kind of called that though, right? Because we were because there was a lot of people asking, do I go Ripien or do I go somebody else? And we're, well, it was Mark. Mark had that problem.
Yeah.
We're like, well, you're screwed either way, but it's you get 1 point or 0 points.
I told everybody Baltimore, it was a perfect play at tight end. He's a great one to add. So I'll start quarterback. So quarterback, Kyler Murray has been announced as a starter for the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
So Kyler Murray will be starting for the Cardinals. So he's a definite add if he's available in your league. Joshua Dobbs is a definite add in your league because he's the only quarterback left they got. They have nobody left. No one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you feel about Will Levis. I think he's another guy that you go ahead and add. And if in deep leagues, Taylor Heineke is another one.
Yeah.
How you feel about those guys? Oh, I guess, and you could throw Carson Wentz in there for the 100th time.
I mean, but he's at the bottom of that list, right? I mean, that's if you absolutely need somebody. Absolutely, there's no one else to find, but I'm okay with that list. Those are all good people. If Murray is still available, I would be surprised, because I'm sure a lot of people just stashed him for a while.
I believe he's available in 60% of the leagues.
Let's see, yeah, 60 on what is that on Sleeper 60? Let's see where he is on ESPN.
Probably higher.
ESPN likes their freaking quarterbacks. Really? Hey, so bad. He's not in my league. He's 35% rostered.
I told you. Yeah, he's
on
available.
ESPN.
He's available in a lot of leagues. Hey, Derpy says, just for everyone to know, Josh Dobbs is an aerospace engineer. That means he's a super genius. Yeah, super genius.
He is a literal rocket scientist.
Literally.
Literally.
Jonathan said, I feel very pretty happy with McDuffie and Darius Williams as my DBs at IDP. That's good.
Yeah.
Taysom had a decent floor, but his ceiling is amazing.
Yeah. You can put him as quarterback, tight end, and flex.
It's not fair. The fact that he's able to be a tight end and he had one play from as tight end.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a super flex, oh, jeez.
Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, my wide receivers. It's one of them I just grabbed. Jackson Smith and Jigba. We just talked about that in the build a block. I grabbed him. Demario, Douglas for the Patriots.
Yeah.
What about Noah Brown? How do you feel about Noah Brown for the Houston Texans? He has 6 targets, 6 receptions, and a touchdown.
It's not bad. I mean, right now, but I mean that game was just like one of those freaky games, but they're kind of going out there and like, hey, we got a quarterback and we got receivers. So now what, and you're going out there and you're showing the NFL, you're like, listen, man, that's crazy. And they're all like pretty well. Noah Brown was six year in the league, but Tank Dell, rookie, Stroud, rookie, Nico Collins, 2 years. He's a sophomore. So, still pretty young, but he's not bad. I'll pick him up. If you need somebody to stream for a week, like you need somebody, I think that wouldn't be too bad. Who are they playing against? Playing Cincinnati.
I mean, Stroud let everybody eat that game. Everybody. He was like, you get a touchdown, then you get a touchdown. Everybody gets a touchdown. That's when you just try to be Oprah.
What'd Schultz do? Oh my God.
Yes, he had like 143 yards or something like that in a touchdown. Yeah.
Oh my God, you are not kidding. Everybody. Holy shit. I mean, he did throw 5 touchdowns. But just in a standard PPR, Schultz got 22 points. Nico got 12. Noah Brown got 24. Tank Dell got 30. And Stroud got 55. That's insane. Like, there's a week you ever want to play a team, that's the week you play a team. That's insane. You play 3 receivers, put 2 and then 1 in the flex. Your tight end and your quarterback. All you need is 2 running backs. That's crazy.
So I won against the number 1 guy in our league, but he had Cade Otton. I was like, who the hell wants Cade Otton this week? Cade Otton scored 25 points on 6 receptions on 9 targets and 70 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did.
Crazy.
Yeah. I had him in my league going. Yeah.
Derby says Caleb Williams didn't win that Heisman. C.J. Stroud did, and Bryce Young is overrated. Well, I'll tell you that I've always loved CJ. I like his size. I like his throwing ability. I thought that he was. Matter of fact, I picked him. I had a chance to get him or Callum or Bryce Young, and I said no. Give me CJ Stroud. I knew he was the better one. He was the best option.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. He only had Caden on him because the whole rest of his squad was on the bye. The whole thing was. I was like, well, I'll go ahead and take that. And after all that, he still scored third in our league. It took me having CJ Stroud to beat him.
Damn it. Wow. That sucks. When you score top 3 and you lose to the guy who scored number 1 or number 2, I hate that. But damn.
So I wonder if teams actually use that S2 test or whatever to view Stroud. If they did, they're stupid. And since he was the second pick, the only team that would have used it would have been Carolina. And I bet you they will do anything to trade that right now. Says I don't know. I think he falls off next season.
Who's Stroud?
Okay. No, he's talking about Javi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like,
that's our number one guy. I mean, I had always played golf over Stroud, and the 1 week golf was on a bye. I played Stroud. Now I don't know how to play week to week. You go with Stroud,
yeah.
Especially because I said golf is away, and anytime he plays away, he doesn't do as well. If he's at home, you think about Stroud. I mean, think about golf. Away, go Stroud.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta play. I mean, you gotta play the hot hand too, you know. And like after a game like that, man, they're gonna see if they can keep that going for as long as possible, you know. So and man, he's surrounded with talent, you know, great coaches, great receivers.
But that's exactly what he was at Ohio State. He had the best receivers, had all the best guys. So that it makes sense for it to, for it to work still with him. But if you didn't get Cade Otton, guys, Jonnu Smith is another still doing it. Jonnu had 5 receptions, 100 yards, another touchdown. He's the tight end that we needed out of Atlanta. Who knew? But that's the guy to get. That's what we got.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, Komet, but he's rostered. I mean, how much did he start? He's 47% starting. You know, I think he might have a pretty good week. If you can pick him up against Carolina.
And Brian Burns is actually out.
Oh, really?
One guy that we'll be worried about, Brian Burns, he's out.
Yeah. So, I think he's gonna get it to DJ Moore, and he's gonna get it to Komet a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if Komet at least gets 1 touchdown.
I wouldn't be surprised if DJ Moore gets 2.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. He needs it, man. You know, that was the one thing too, is like everyone loves, Tyson and this and that, but I was like, he really didn't get DJ Moore too involved the past couple of weeks.
He didn't know how.
Yeah, you can't throw deep.
So his arm's not strong enough.
Yeah, so you need to either DJ Moore is going to be covered so hard, so you have to like squeeze it in there, or he's going to be down the field open, and either way, Tyson can't make that throw. So that sucks.
Let's bring it this way. I mean, in Dynasty, I had the 5th highest scoring points in the league after 1,116 points thus far, and a 3-6 record. I have the worst luck. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to be patient.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Those years are sucky. There's a guy in my league right now who's like same thing. He's one of the highest scoring guys, and he's the same thing, 3-6. And for whatever reason, he just goes against guys that, like, I played him last week, and I'm like, and he's been crazy scores. And then I had like a crazy game last week where I scored the highest out of the whole week, So, and that's how that guy loses every single week. And it sucks because he puts up the most points consistently, but loses to the guy that puts up the most that 1 week.
Johnson, I'm trying to get Fields anywhere I can. I think this is a good week for him. And he says, I think Fields and Moore light it up when they get back together. I think Fields looks for DJ Moore, and DJ Moore scores 2 touchdowns, especially after having that fumble this past week. That was me this week, Mark. I lost 148 to 150, and the next highest score was 119.
Oh, I hate those. That's the worst.
You shouldn't get an L. You should get like a W.
Hey, you still get it. Or half a win at least. I have to win.
I'm withdrawing from this league. It doesn't make any sense.
That does suck, man. Those are the worst.
All right, let's see if we can find any other news that we haven't talked about.
You
see him. So Martavius Bryant, he last played on the Steelers, signed with the Cowboys today. On the Cowboys practice squad.
Yeah. There's nothing big. A lot of people coming back, which is good.
Well, here's a big thing. Aaron Rodgers hints at a return timeline. A few fortnights.
Wait, who said that?
Rodgers.
Fucking dumb.
He's 8 weeks from surgery right now, and he's able to throw the ball 50 yards in the air.
I know. Like on the field, he's out there practicing, and but he said a few fortnights. Is that a quote?
I believe he said a few weeks.
Okay, I'm like, if he actually said that and like used it legitimately, like somebody needs to go up there to smack him. Just like no.
He said it'll be a few fortnights. Rodgers said during his weekly spot on the Pat McAfee show.
God, this is the most douchiest thing.
He said he told Chargers safety Derwin James that he intends to play in a few weeks.
That's crazy though, man. That's crazy.
Jonathan said, "Did you guys see Rodgers yesterday? He was moving, doing dropbacks. That man was definitely drugged all the way up, all the way. But he's always on a high walk. He's always drugged up. That's the way he lives."
Can you imagine? I don't mean ill will, but imagine if he tears his other like Achilles heel or Achilles tendon. Like
he has to walk across the grass. Like no.
Yeah, like his two highlights are injuries for the year. But, yeah.
All right, guys, we've hit the hour mark. We already started late, so we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate all you guys coming in, but I'm not gonna leave without telling you guys I am picking the Bears to win this game 32-21.
Damn.
32-21.
That's not bad. I'd say 28-21, by a touchdown. I think it's going to be a high scoring-ish game.
I don't think it's that close. I think with 32, I said 32-21. I believe the Bears have 32, and what happens is
just kind of give them.
They get a touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the game. So
yeah. I can see that too.
That's our pick for next week. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll be here next week, but I want you tomorrow to see us on Dynasty Pylon. I hope to be back on time, depending on how everything goes at work. Oh, yeah. But I hope that we get back on time. But if you get a chance, join us on Dynasty Pylon at 8 Central, 6 Pacific. We're going to be doing Gridiron Heights. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll talk about IDP Player of the Week. We'll do Max and Minimum Crosby. We're going to have a lot of fun. So if you guys can, please join us then. And then, of course, on Sunday, we're on the Morning Spike. We'll be there too. And Thursday, Bears, Panthers. Let's go, Bears. Let's go do it. Let's get a better pick. All right. All right, guys. We will see you guys next week. Same Bear time, same Bear channel. I'm out. See you, Tank.
Later.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire